Today I'm going to show you how to create a website or a blog using the distill package in R. You can create websites like these, or like this. This is the official website for the distill for R Markdown package. And we are going to mainly follow this page to create a website. So the first thing that you need to do is to install some required developmental packages which are available on GitHub. So you first need to install the remorse package using installer packages. It is on CRAN, and then you need to follow these three commands to install the distill package, the R Markdown, and the postcards package. We're using the postcards package because it lets you create an about me or introduction page for you, which seems to be much more pleasant compared to the default distill website page. So I have already installed these. I'm not going to install them again. Once you are done with these, you need to then create a new RStudio project. So open this top right menu and then click on a new project. Then click on new directory and then scroll down and select distill website or distill blog. With distill website you can create more pages. It's slightly different from distill blog, and you can find out more about it on the official website. I'm going to create a distill website. So I click on that and then I provide the name of my website. You can write anything here depending on what you want to name your website, and then the other defaults are okay, and we click on create project. So RStudio is now going to open a new project for me. So it's open now, and now I need to configure this project for a GitHub repository because we are going to put all our materials on GitHub, where we can then provide those materials to a hosting website that would then publish your website online. But before configuring the GitHub repository, if I show you in the right side on RStudio, here we have these materials already created for us using the distill package. So this _ site folder, this is where all your materials will go for publication online. And we have the about and index.rmd. If we open the index.rmd, this is the current form of your website. So right now there is nothing interesting here, and you'd like to change this as we move along creating the website. So on the top right you see this build tab. You click on that and then click on build website. So this shows us the build website, and if I open this in my browser, this is what the website looks like right now. If I click on about, this is what we have right now. So I close this and then go back to RStudio, and now we need to configure our project for the GitHub. So we first go to GitHub and then create a new repository. So here I'm going to give it the same name that I have given my RStudio project, and then the defaults are okay. We don't need a readme or other files here. So I click on create repository, and it has created the repository on GitHub, but right now there is no connection between the GitHub repository and my local repository. So I first need to follow these instructions to tell RStudio that I have a GitHub repository and we need to connect these two repositories. So now we go open RStudio and open Tools, and then click on Shell. So I have configured it to be the Git Bash shell. You need to have Git installed, and you need to configure the Git Bash in the shell. You can also use the command prompt, which is the default shell on Windows, but this is a better choice for many reasons. Let's now start copying the contents and pasting them there. So go and copy Git in it. This will initialize and make our local folder, the RStudio project folder, as a Git repository. We don't need a README here. Let's put this first commit. Okay, so it's asking there's nothing which is tracked right now, so we need to first track everything. So I typed git add -a. This is what I typed. And in the next step, we are going to now run the commit again. Okay, so the repository is now committed. And now I'm going to run this. And now we are going to connect with the remote GitHub repository. And finally, we are going to push all the materials that we have created using the RStudio project to GitHub. Okay, so now I close this shell window and I'm going to refresh my tab, and now you can see that all the materials that we have here are now available here in the GitHub repo as well. But we are obviously not done with building our website. So just to check what we have in this project, if we go to project options and go to Git, now you can see that we have connected the local repository with the GitHub repository. So this is the site.yaml page or the site configuration file, which is here. I clicked on this and it opened this file in RStudio, and I can now change some of the things here. So for instance, I can change the title of the website, and I can also provide some description. Right now you see that in the navigation bar we have two pages, home and about, and index.html and about.html. These are the two pages that are available on the website. So if we go to the site folder, you see these two pages here. So index is your home page, and it is right here, index.html. If we want to make any changes to it, we can make those changes here in index.rmd. So I want my index.rmd to contain a postcard that has a picture and some description, which basically is an about me page. In order to make this a postcard page, we need to make a few changes here. So I'm not sure if we can use description, so I'm going to get rid of that, and instead of that I'm going to add these options. So two main options. One is links and the second is output. So in the links we can provide links to social media, for instance LinkedIn, Twitter, and your GitHub. And in the output you need to provide the postcards, and within postcards there are different options, and if you go to the postcards page online, you will find that there are other options. I'm using Jolla, and you also have to have site here if you want the postcards page to be your main page, because your main page is index.rmd and it must contain the distill website. So I save index.rmd and then I go to site.yml and also save this. So index.html is already there. So now I'm going to click on build website. And if I open this in browser, we get this. So we have the LinkedIn, Twitter, and GitHub links, and we have the main title of the website here, and the image is missing here because as of yet we did not provide that option. But if we provide that option, then you can also put your image here. So let's do that. I have added this image option here in index.rmd, and I just copied and pasted a road picture here in the RStudio project of my website. And then once you click on build website, you will see the image would appear alongside your heading. The next thing we're going to look into is the theming options. So we can use a custom CSS file to change some of the colors and fonts on the website. And the distill website package has made it very simple. You need to first create a new CSS theme. For that you need create_theme function, which is part of the distill package. And I need to first load the distill package here. And you can provide any name to your theme. So now you see that RStudio has opened a new file, which is my_theme, which we just created, and this file is in your website project, RStudio project, my_theme.css. And there are some default options, and for example, you can change the fonts here, and you can change the body color, etc. So let's make a few changes. We can use some fonts on this website. So I'm going to import these Google fonts. Let me enlarge my screen here. So these are the fonts that I'm going to use. So here we can specify the custom fonts. Save this. So after this, we also need to specify in the YAML file where the CSS options are coming from. So we provide the theme here, and we know that the name of the theme is my_theme.css. Save it, and then build the website. So now you see the fonts have changed. Now let's change the background color on the page as well as the color of the header. To change the colors, we go back to my theme.css, and then under additional custom styles. Here we can specify the background color in the body. So right now I am using this color. You can change it to any hex color. So we save it and then build website. Okay, so you see that the background color has changed, but the header, it has the same color, so we need to change that as well. Okay, so you can see the distill site header and distill site footer. I'm going to change the color here, the background color. Saving it and then building the website. Alright, let's open this in browser and you can see the about and the home pages. Now there are so many things that you can do here. You can add more content, you can add more pages that would appear on the right or on the left as you'd like, and any more options that you'd like to share on your home page, you can change them on index.rmd file. So we are going to stop here making the website because this is just a toy example. We are now going to send everything on to GitHub and then deploy the website. Okay, so I'm going to go to tools and then shell. So I first add everything. Now we need to commit. Okay, and if you would like to use RStudio for the remaining steps, you can open the Git menu here and then click on push. You can also use the git bash or shell. So now if we go to the GitHub repository online and refresh this page, now we have everything and now we can deploy the website. There are different options for deploying the website. You can deploy your website to GitHub Pages or Netlify. Netlify is the recommended solution that I've seen online. So we go to netlify.com and then you need to sign up if you don't already have an account or log in. So I have logged in and now I'm going to use this button, new site from Git. And now because all the website materials are on GitHub, I'm going to use this, but you can see that you can also use GitLab or Bitbucket if you are going to use Netlify. So next, it's asking for which GitHub repository I'd like to use. So choose the my_website. So now we have options how to create this new site. So you have the owner and the branch to deploy. We are using the main branch, so keep it as is. And then here we need to provide the directory or the folder where all the website materials are. And that folder is the underscore site folder. So we provide that here. And then click on deploy site. Okay, so the site is deployed now, and we click on this custom name. So we click on that, and you can see the website is available. But we have this weird domain name, so we need to change this so that the URL is more easily readable. So we go to site settings, and under the site details you see change site name. So here you can name it anything. Click save. Alright, let's change this. Okay, so let's try this again. And yes, the website is ready now. So you can make more changes, you can add more pages. If you go to the main page on creating website on the Distill website, you can find other options, for instance using Google Analytics and using references, reference settings, etc. You can also choose to just create a blog, and for that you can use this reference. I hope that this tutorial is useful for you to create your own website or your project showcase, etc. Thank you.